Hi, everybody. I'm a waver. I can't help myself. Sometimes I wave when I'm on the phone, so I'm going to try to break the habit. I have a couple of things to talk about today, so I wanted to update you guys on what's going on in the shop. Right now, we're still not ready to have people in physically. I am doing virtual visits, so if you want to, get a bit of a shop on, you can sign up on my website. It's www.knitsheep.com. I'll pop it up on screen. And what that means is I will either, depending on what you prefer, FaceTime you, or I can do a Zoom and we can shop the store, talk about what kind of projects you want to do, and I can help you pick just the right yarn to get your work done. So that's our virtual visits because we're not having in-person visits just yet. We're gonna see. I'm hoping that in the spring we'll be able to move towards that. That's my goal. I am gonna give it another minute or two for folks to get here. But in the meantime, I did some swatching last night. Um, I got in a little sample of a yarn that I want to bring in the spring. Beautiful. It is a Viroqua yarn called Chai, and it is a linen and silk yarn. I really liked it. It knitted up really beautifully. Um, they suggested that you use a US 6 needle, no, a US 7, but I actually liked it better when I did a US 7. So, and it's a minor difference because in millimeters, that's a 4 millimeter compared to a 4.5 millimeter. But just that little bit, um, a tiny bit smaller needle, I like the fabric that I got a lot more. Although the first fabric wasn't bad, and then when I held it double with some mohair, wow, what a beautiful fabric the two yarns turned out to be. And when I worked it with the mohair, I went back up to that 7, that US 7 needle, and it was really dreamy to work with, and it produced a completely new color. Matter of fact, that came up yesterday at Sit and Stitch, that when you hold a mohair with another yarn, you're not going to get one color or the other color. It's going to be kind of like mixing paint. You're going to get a whole new color that's made of the two colors you mixed. I'll be talking more about that when I go live next week because I blocked the swatches and they're home now. So I'm in the store today. But I will have my swatches with me and I can show you the difference. You get a whole different drape, um, and just a completely different color. And depending on what color yarn you decide to hold with it, you can either intensify the color that's already there, completely change the color and make a new color, or lighten or darken the color. So you can really, really play with that. Hi there. I see one person's here with me, but I can't see who you are. Is that you, Mom? My mom's sitting over there. um, so say hi so I can see who you are. How you doing? So, what did I want to talk about today? I got some new yarn in. It's from Mitchell's Creation. She did a special 4-pack of color for me that I just love. They're beautiful. I ended up getting her Langnap base. I always have trouble saying that word. Is it Langnap or Langnap? I'm going to say Langnap, which is a 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon, 463 yard to 100 grams. So a beautiful sock yarn. And I got 4 colors that are going to just play Let me turn it upside down so the tags don't get in the way. They're just going to play together so beautifully. So imagine this as a parent. My personal favorite is this one. Oh, hey, how you doing? I know, I just love how these dark, rich tones go together so beautifully. But they will work on their own or paired in twos. Look at that. Ooh, there we go. Now, what I did was I sent out an email to my subscribers where I paired this yarn with projects for them for both knitters and crocheters. So I'm going to share that with you guys right now. Matter of fact, what I will do is I will pop a link to that newsletter that I did right in here in the chat. There we go. And I can share that with you guys. Where is it? There we go. So in the newsletter, I have the pictures of the yarn. And I don't know why, but it always feels a little bit cool to the touch. But I love it. It's really a squishy. But when I squeeze it, ooh, ooh, it's a real squishy one. So for the knitters, I chose a sock. I think that's a Hunter Hammerson sock. If you click the picture, it'll take you right to the Ravelry page of each yarn, of each pattern. A little bit of brioche, one of Casapinka's creations, and this one I just loved what they did combining those three colors. So how I organized it was I thought about in terms of number of skeins, so 1, 2, 3, or 4 skeins. And then I did the same for crocheters. Do not be afraid to crochet socks. They wear beautifully. My mom's been making them, and she likes wearing them a lot. Shannon Mullet Bowlesby has done a couple of really good crochet sock books. That's a great place to start. So I did a sock and a couple of really cool shawls. This one, Richie Nguyen suggested you could even throw some beads in that I thought would be spectacular. I think this is Creative Expressions down here. Look at that. That would be a 4 color. And this one over here is a 3 color. So do check out those patterns. Like I said, if you click the pattern, you will go directly to the Ravelry page. This is Dip by Diana Ramsey. I really just kind of loved the shape of this, and I love that she did a bit of stripes and open work. Not super lacy. It had a really beautiful modern feel for me. So I put a link to that newsletter in the chat. So if you want to take a look and go through the patterns, they will pair beautifully with this yarn. In terms of color and weight, just gorgeous. So that's our newest acquisition for the shop. I also wanted to talk to you guys about the New Jersey Wool Walk. We are officially a Wool Walk shop. The Wool Walk also has a YouTube channel, and we have been giving sneak peeks of all the goodies that we're going to give away on the YouTube channel. So I think it's Nancy from Knit Tapestry. She is unboxing them as they come in. So if you'd like to take a look and see what the giveaways are going to be, we're also giving away some gift cards. So If you visit the YouTube channel, you can see the yarn and toy giveaways we're going to have, in addition to the um, the gift card giveaways. So I just put a link to the New Jersey Wool Walk YouTube channel right there in the chat. And there are 2 sneak peek videos there already, and I happen to know for certain there's another one that's going to be released tomorrow, and you can see what some of the really kind sponsors have been sending us. One of the things that I'm really excited about is that there are 13 stores participating this year, so we are getting 13 mini skeins from New Jersey dyers. So you're going to be visiting New Jersey stores and seeing New Jersey produced yarns. And we're going to give away a set of 13 mini skeins from each of the dyers that are going to give them to us. So we're so excited with that. Ooh, let me also pop up the New Jersey Wool Walk. So the New Jersey Wool Walk website, we have a new website now. It's www.njwoolwalk.com. Everything you want to know about Wool Walk is on that website. There is a new newsletter that you can subscribe to at the site. The site tells you all the stores that are participating, and you can click through each store's logo. There's a page where all the stores are listed by logo, and that will tell you how everybody is participating in the Wool Walk. So we also have a couple of new kits in the shop now. So I wanted to share those with you. So the first one is for my crocheters. This is the Avoca Scarf. It is a slightly oversized scarf. Look at that. And it's done in this beautiful light, I don't know, wispy yarn called tiramisu. It's a wool, acrylic, and super kid and silk blend. Super kid mohair. So you have that airiness from the mohair and the sturdiness from the wool, acrylic, and silk. So it's going to crochet up beautifully and knit up beautifully. That's what it looks like in the skein. You're definitely going to have that mohair halo. And it's all a multicolored yarn. So as you go through the skein, it's going to do the work of shifting colors for you. Sorry, some of my pictures are a little bit pixelated, but you kind of get the idea. Get that? But one of the things I love is I love light, fluffy yarns that still give you stitch definition. So you can see your work. So if you do the work of putting that patterning in there, it really shows. So the designer of this scarf is Allison Green. She's an in-house designer for Viroqua. And it takes 12 balls of Viroqua tiramisu, and you would work it with an H hook, 5mm hook, and a copy of the pattern. A digital copy of the pattern is included with your yarn. And the complete kit is $150. So you know how I roll with knitters and crocheters. If I did a kit for knitters, for crocheters, I also have one for knitters and vice versa. So the knitters kit, I'm also using tiramisu for. It is the Renton shawl. There we go. Now, Doesn't this look like a completely different yarn? It's absolutely amazing how just by changing the direction of knitting or the style or the craft, the yarn looks completely different. You still have that bit of halo, but the stripes are more pronounced because of the way it's knit. So Renton is an asymmetrical triangular shawl that's also worked in Viroqua tiramisu. It's a wool acrylic super kid mohair and silk blend. And you would work it on a US 8 needle, which is also a 5mm needle. And you will also get a digital copy of the pattern with your yarn. And it takes 4 balls of tiramisu, and that's gonna be $60. And all of this yarn, all of tiramisu's colors, it just gives you soft swaths of color. I like to call them soft stripes, but it's not exactly stripes, but it moves in a striping motion. You really see it in this picture. You can see that the colors change all the way through, but it doesn't look chaotic. Okay. So that's what's new in the shop this week. We're doing those really gorgeous kits. It is not too late if you want to join our latest knit along. It's a scarf called Storms Always Pass by a local designer, Debbie Trainer. That's on the front page of our website, and it's been a really enjoyable knit. It's not. It's just enough to make you pay attention and give you that kind of relaxed state because you're paying attention to your knitting and you're able to just focus on that and nothing else. So I am doing a giveaway this week. Well, I guess it is technically this week. What I'd like you to do is subscribe to my newsletter. It's at www.aknitsheep.com/contact. And I think I can just put that in the www.aknitsheep.com/contact. So if you subscribe to my newsletter between today, and I believe today is the 20, let me check the date. Yes, February 25th and February 28th, you will be put in a sweepstakes to win one of these 2 cakes of Lavachet lotion. It's a nice, lotion bar. You can tuck it in your yarn bag and moisturize without worrying about anything spilling or the cap coming off and, getting lotion all over everything. And it goes on fairly dry, so you don't have to worry about it getting on your work either. And they come in a really light, pleasant scent. One is cinnamon pumpkin, and the other is white lily and amber. So I would love it if you would go on over to my website and subscribe to the newsletter. It will help you keep up with all the things that are going on in the shop, and you have a chance to win a giveaway prize. Oh, oh, that's the other thing I want to tell you guys. Our classes are up and running. We have a whole bunch coming along. Let me pull up my screen sharer. Here we go. So what we decided to do was have classes for knitters, crocheters, and people who either already know how to do Tunisian crochet or want to learn Tunisian crochet. So we are doing tin can knits patterns for the knitters. We have the flax sweater, the wheat scarf, and the barley hat. If you want to really improve your knitting, let's do one of these tin can knits projects. Even if you're a beginner knitter, you can take on the wheat scarf. If you're an absolute beginner, what I'm going to suggest is the wheat scarf, because that's going to really get you ready to follow a more complex pattern. You're going to improve your knitting and purling, and you're going to learn how to read and understand a pattern. If you're a little bit further along, then let's move on to the barley hat. You'll learn how to knit in the round. You'll learn how to switch back and forth between double points and circular needle. And if you're ready to take on that first sweater project, the flax sweater is the way to go. It makes a really cool little sweater. There we go. With just a little bit of detail to keep things interesting for you. But you will learn top-down raglan construction that you can take onto another sweater very, very easily. All of our classes are done virtually. They'll be held on Zoom. So you don't have to gather with people. You don't have to even leave the comfort of your own home if you don't want to. So for the crochet classes, we're doing the Cordelia scarf, the golden poppy sweater, and the Huntington carryall. Again, these patterns will help progress you in your skill level. So what I'm suggesting for a beginner is the Cordelia shawl. Intermediate, if you're very comfortable crocheting already but want to practice working in the round, the Huntington carryall is for you. And we are offering the golden poppy sweater. It has this really beautiful detail. And that's going to be a Saturday class. Look at that. So we'll be working on getting things to fit. I think you'll have a really great time. And finally, for the Tunisian classes, we're offering the Tunisian Express scarf. That is our beginner Tunisian class. You'll learn the basics of Tunisian crochet and come away with this really cool scarf. And then we're also doing a simple sweater. It's a large treasure cardigan. Between those two, you'll be ready to go in Tunisian. Now, those are our classes where we are suggesting a specific project to you, where you'll learn specific skills. We also have what we're calling project classes, where you can bring whatever project it is you want to do, and we will help guide you through that. So if you need to learn a particular skill, you'll have somebody there who can show you what you need to do. These classes are also done virtually, and we offer at least one every day that we're open. So project classes occur between Wednesday and Sunday. We have them in the daytime, and we also have two that are in the evening at 6 o'clock. So if you want more information, just ask away. I'm here. But feel free to contact us by email or give us a call if you have any questions about how the classes work. And I think That's everything. We did have a lot of news in the shop this week. Oh, I think that's it for me. Does anybody have any questions? Anything I can add? Jay, you still there? Ah, one last thing. I am going to be dropping in virtually on the open mic night tonight at Rancocas Woods. So if you check out Rancocas Woods Shops and Events, both here on Facebook and on Instagram, if you're over there, you can catch open mic. They live stream it all out. Well, thanks for dropping in then. It's been really great talking to you guys. Stay stitching, everybody. Bye bye.